Good evening, and thank you for joining us this evening for our city council meeting. We'll go ahead and get started. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Bates.
Here.
Cheatham.
Here.
Florett.
Here.
Mango.
Here.
Nichols.
Here.
Paulson.
Here.
Black.
Here. Thank you. If you'd please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, after which, if you'll remain standing for the invocation. The invocation will be offered by Tamala Carson, representing the Buddhist, as a Buddhist representative. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I told her she could bark at you if she
She
wanted to.
can bark anytime she wants.
May the lamp of love, which eternally burns above, kindle divine fire in our hearts and fan that innate spark of divinity into flame, illuminating all, opening our eyes and consuming our differences, driving the shadows from our faces. As love dawns on the horizon, may our community awaken in the kingdom of true communion, which is at hand always. May we recognize ourselves in each other, each in each. Fellow pilgrims on this infinite journey, in truth, in that light. May we learn to love one another better even than we love ourselves. May joy radiate.
Thank you. Thank you very much. She didn't bark. She didn't do any of that. Tell you what, Tamala is my favorite, one of my favorites to come. So thank you so much. So nice to have you here. Probably as much for the dogs as anything. But if I'm being honest.
Nothing personal, right?
Nothing personal. Anyway, thank you. I did see Mayor-elect Mark Dahlquist come in. Thank you for being here, Mayor. Mark, I appreciate you being here. And so in a few weeks, you'll be up here. So with that, we'll move to agenda item number 3 is a consent agenda. The following business items may be approved by one motion and a vote. If any one member of the council so desires, any matter listed can be moved to a separate agenda item. A, minutes. Council may wish to waive the oral reading of the minutes and approve the minutes from the following meetings. Work session meetings of October 9 and November 13, 2025. Clarification and regular city council meetings of October 16, November 6, November 20, and December 4, 2025. Material claims. Council may wish to approve the material claims for a period of December 1 through 15, 2025. C, the treasurer's report. Council may wish to approve the treasurer's report for October 2025, showing cash and investments as of October 31, 2025. D, Golf Advisory Committee appointment. Council may wish to confirm the mayor's appointment of Anthony Randella to serve as a member of the Golf Advisory Committee, replacing John McCloskey. Anthony's term will begin December 19, 2025 and expire October 22, 2027. E, Human Relations Advisory Committee appointment. Council may wish to confirm the mayor's appointment of Eduardo Cielos to serve as a member of the Human Relations Advisory Committee following a long-term vacancy. Eduardo's term will begin December 19, 2025 and expire October 20, 2027. F, Parks and Recreation Advisory Board reappointments. Council may wish to confirm the mayor's reappointment of Ed Gigley and Alexis Jorgensen to continue serving as a member of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Both terms will begin January 5, 2026 and expire January 5, 2028. G, council decision rezone of 203 Warren Avenue. Council may wish to adopt this decision approving a request from Brandy Dyer to amend the zoning designation of 203 Warren Avenue from residential medium-density single-family RMS to residential commercial professional RCP. H, amendment to civil service rules, fire. Council may wish to approve proposed amendments to the Pocatello Fire Department Civil Service rules. I, 2025 Annual Road and Street Financial Report. Council may wish to approve the 2025 Road and Street Financial Report accounts for the city city's use of state highway user dollars during the past fiscal year to the Idaho State Controller as required by law.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move that we approve the consent agenda, items A through I, as outlined in agenda item number 3.
Second, Mr. Mayor, I would like to have Mr. Kirkman come up and speak to us.
Okay, we have a motion by Council President Lyric and a second by Councilmember Cheatham. We would like, Councilmember Cheatham would like to ask a question or,
I think for the public's clarification, if you read this report, there's a $13 million deferred maintenance item in the road report on the last line. And Tom gave us an explanation, but if you could do that again for benefit of the public.
Tom Kirkman, Public Works Director. Yeah, we report on this every year in our road report. The deferred maintenance line is something that the state has found useful in trying to track and allocate the condition of the networks throughout the state, so they can get a better understanding of highway user monies if they may need to find more dollars for communities. So this deferred maintenance, what it is we use our data that we get from our road survey that we do every 5 years. Part of that survey, they give us a deferred maintenance number. Now, what that deferred maintenance number is what we call a fix-all scenario. And so basically what that says, with the amount of money that we're putting towards roads right now, if we added an additional $2.6 million every year over a 5-year term, which is the $13 million, we would have all of our roads up into the excellent category. That's a pretty high bar to hit, especially in our climate with our freeze-thaw cycles. So it's kind of an unrealistic goal, but it is a goal. And so that just is one of the tools we use to track how we can get better and how we can better utilize money.
Thank you.
thank you. Any other questions for Tom? Okay, thank you, Tom. So we have a motion by Council President Lyric and a second by Councilmember Cheatham. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Agenda item 4 is proclamations. We have no proclamations tonight, so we'll jump to agenda item 5. Is a calendar review. Oh, before I jump into that, did I announce that if you are here for agenda item number 10, it has been pulled from the agenda? And so we will not be hearing that one. Sorry, I was supposed to announce that earlier. Agenda item 5, calendar review. Council may wish to take this opportunity to inform other council members of upcoming meetings and events that should be called to their attention. January work session has been canceled due to the New Year's holiday. City council meetings scheduled for January 1, 2026 have been canceled, and the following special city council meeting have been scheduled for January 8, 2026. January 8, 5:30 p.m., council clarification meeting, 6 p.m., special city council meeting. Other events, the Marshall Public Library has shortened service hours in December. The hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The library will be closed December 24 and 25 for Christmas holiday. Regular hours will return on January 2nd. City offices will be closed December 25 for the Christmas holiday and January 1st for the New Year's Day holiday. Garbage and recycle pickups will be delayed by 1 day. Community Recreation Center will be closed on the following dates for the holidays: December 24 and 25, and December 31 and January 1st. December 26th through the 31st, special sanitation pickups for Christmas overflow boxes and bags will be extra holiday wrapping will be picked up on the same day as regular scheduled for pickup. December 26th through January 10, Christmas tree collection sites. Boxes will be provided at City Hall, Rainy Park on South Arthur, Sister City Park entrance on Pocatello Creek Road. For Christmas tree disposal, trees will be chipped and used for landscaping projects. Please be sure to remove all strings, wires, and other objects to avoid damaging the city's wood chipping equipment. City Creek Recreation Area gates will be closed to motorized access until approximately May 15, 2026. As a reminder to keep sidewalks clear of snow and ice. When clearing sidewalks and driveways of snow, please do not place snow in the streets. It becomes a driving hazard. We will move to agenda item 6, acceptance canvass votes for 2025 general election and special election. Council may wish to accept the canvass election results for the City of Pocatello general election held on November 4, 2025, and Pocatello mayoral runoff election held on December 2nd, 2025. Bannock County Commissioners serving as Board of Canvassers of Elections have provided signed abstract of all votes cast within Pocatello city limits.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I move that we approve or that we accept the canvass votes for 2025 general election and special election as outlined in agenda item number 6.
Second.
We've got a motion by Council President Lurick and a second, I think, Councilmember Paulson beat you that time. So we've got a second by Councilmember Paulson. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Lorick,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Cheatham,
Yes.
Mangum,
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 7, taxi cab license denial appeal, Palmer. James Palmer will be present to appeal the denial of his taxi cab business and employee license, which was denied by Pocatello Police Department. James.
Hello, I'm James Palmer. I own and operate North Star Taxi in Twin Falls. Thank you for your time and the opportunity to speak with you. I know your time is valuable and it's appreciated. I understand the concerns in my application are serious and justified. I'm here because I respect the process and because I believe in being accountable, transparent, and honest about who I was, who I am today, and the kind of operator I intend to be in your city. I want to begin by directly addressing the reason my permit was denied. I do have a criminal history that includes multiple felonies, the most recent being an aggravated assault conviction in 2023. I'm not here to minimize or shift responsibility. What I did was wrong, it caused harm, and I take full ownership of that. I understand that when you evaluate an application like mine, public safety must come first, and I respect the responsibility you carry. What I ask today is that you consider not only my past, but the concrete steps I have taken since then to change my behavior, address the underlying issues that led me there, and demonstrate through consistent action that I am no longer the person who made those choices. Since my conviction, I have completed an anger management program and have been engaged in ongoing individual therapy. I've worked closely with my doctor and psychiatrist to regulate and take prescribed medication to help manage mood instability and impulsivity. These are not the check-the-box efforts they appear. They are part of an ongoing commitment to accountability, personal integrity, and growth. I continue these efforts because I understand that change is not a single event. It is a process that requires vigilance and humility. More importantly, I've put these changes into practice through my work. I currently operate my business, North Star Taxi and Courier Service in Twin Falls, as well as the surrounding areas, where we have built a strong record and reputation of service to the community, responsibility, and safety. Our operation has played a meaningful role in reducing DUI incidents by providing reliable late-night transportation when people need it most. Through a well-maintained network of bar and restaurant owners, ourselves, and our team, we have helped customers and staff alike get home safely instead of being in a position to make choices that ultimately could cost them or others their lives. Excuse me. Our drivers have also assisted people escaping dangerous situations, including instances involving sexual assault or imminent violence. In several cases, our team has administered Narcan and prolonged life during opioid overdoses, giving the proper professionals much-needed valuable time to arrive. These are not hypothetical scenarios. They're documented realities that demonstrate how a well-run transportation service can be a frontline public safety resource. In addition, we participate in programs that provide affordable or subsidized transportation to drug treatment facilities, religious services, medical appointments, and self-improvement programs. Continuing our part in the fight against the opioid and drug crisis, transportation is often the missing link between someone wanting help and actually receiving it. We work diligently to be that missing link. I share this not to portray myself as a hero, but to show you how seriously I take the responsibility that comes with operating a taxi service. I know firsthand how quickly poor decisions can destroy your life. That knowledge drives me to ensure that my business operates with strict standards, oversight, and a culture centered on safety and service. I understand that granting me a permit could feel like a risk. What I would ask you to consider is that denying rehabilitation altogether can also be a risk, one that discourages accountability, removes incentives for people to genuinely change. I am not asking for blind trust. I am asking for conditional trust based on demonstrated behavior, transparency, and a proven track record in the Twin Falls City. In closing, I want to say this clearly. I'm not defined by my worst moments, but I am responsible for them. Today, I choose to define myself by the work I do to protect others, to serve my community, and to prevent harm rather than cause it. I respectfully ask that you give me the opportunity to do that in your city. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. We've got a couple questions for you. We'll start down on the end. Councilmember Cheatham, and Councilmember Nichols, and Councilmember Bates, and then Councilmember Mangum.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Two things. Are you licensed by the city of Twin Falls?
Twin Falls doesn't require a city license. We're licensed to the state. We meet the state standards.
How long has that been in existence?
I'm
That you've
sorry.
been licensed by the state?
We started our company in 2023.
2023. Okay, thank you.
Just answered it.
Okay. Councilmember Bates?
Mr. Palmer, how many employees do you have?
Currently, I have 4.
And what would your plan be in the city of Pocatello? Are you have employees already or planning to have, or would you be operating taxis yourself?
I would start with just myself and probably hire somebody within a pretty short amount of time, at least one person. In Twin Falls, the primary source of our business comes from the bars, and we have contracts with those bars. So the bar pays for people's rides home. It's kind of like a sponsored service. We give them a flat rate, and they just pay us later. So that keeps us pretty busy over there. I don't have those contracts or connections like I did over there yet. So while I was kind of building my business, it would probably be me by myself.
With your current business, do you operate during the day very much, or is it mostly nighttime operation?
We're open 8 a.m. to 2 a.m., 7 days a week.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Mangum?
Mr. Palmer, so is this an extension of the operation you have in Twin?
That would be what I would like to do. Yeah, I'm not looking to start a new business. I would like to license my company here in Pocatello and just kind of continue what we've been doing.
What does oversight look like for you as related to you'll be operating in 2 separate locations, which are several miles, many miles apart from each other. So what does the oversight look like?
Are you asking like how I plan to manage both? I have a manager over there who's been with me since pretty much the beginning, does a great job. As it stands, I could probably go hands off and wouldn't have a single issue for the next 6 months, Just been really fortunate in the people that have kind of come to work for me. So I'm still fairly involved over there. I still take my turns with the dispatch and, dispatching my drivers and whatever I need to do. So the goal would be to be more hands-off and give him more responsibility and maybe even opportunity to just kind of take charge. And
So would you consider yourself a resident of Twin Falls or of Pocatello?
no,
or-
I live in Pocatello now. I moved over here a few months ago. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right. Oh,
One more.
Councilmember Cheatham.
I'm not familiar with the process of state licensing of these kind of services. What did you have to go through to do that?
Honestly, it wasn't really anything. We just had to, the only real requirement is to have, I think it's $500,000 in liability insurance. That's really all the state of Idaho required. And then a normal business license, you have to register with the state comptroller and I forget the other part of it, but there's really not much to it. So we just had to get our insurance up to snuff. We were prepared to meet with whoever and show them that, but nobody ever came asking when we registered our business, so we just went to work. And when I went to the city, in the county to try to, see if I needed to get a business license or whatever I needed to do, there was nobody to answer to. They said they had done away with them, and as long as we were in compliance with the state, we were fine.
Thank you.
Okay, I've got Councilmember Mangum, Councilmember Nichols, and Council President Lurick.
So, you started the business, you said you started in '23?
Yes, sir.
So, but the last incidents, the felony was in '23 also?
That was my conviction.
So, timeline-wise, was it the conviction first and then the starting of the business, or
Yes.
opposite?
So, by trade, I was a philanthropist. I worked for a nonprofit in Twin Falls. I sat on the board of directors. I still hold that job, but I'm suspended until I complete. I'm still currently on probation. I don't want to deceive anyone. I've got 5 months left. I need to finish that, and then I can go get my job back. So that was, the conviction came, then the business.
So you said you have 5 months left?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long was it supposed to be?
3 years.
3 years? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Councilmember Nichols.
So when you say you're gonna get your job, if you get your job back, you're gonna move back to Twin?
No, it was a primarily remote position. I worked 2 days a week. I would have to, the only time I really needed to be in Twin was when we had our meetings for our grants and, whatever else we may need to meet about financials. So it was, I would like to do both. North Star's taken a pretty heavy place in my heart, so I'll probably stick with this if I have to choose, so.
So if you were to get a license in Pocatello, do you intend to try to build a relationship with the bars like you did in Twin Falls?
That's a tough question, because in Twin Falls, it's been a blessing and a curse. You know what I mean? It's had its challenges that, have been difficult. But I would attempt to, because I would like to, I'm never going to deny any business. But there's other areas I wish I would have focused more on when I first started that I feel like would have set me up for success in the long run. And I intend to, honor those mistakes and attempt to put more energy in those other places.
All right, thank you.
Council President Lurick.
I had two questions. You answered one that you're currently still on probation. You said it's about 5 more months?
I have 5 minutes left, yes.
Okay. The other question I had was kind of a follow-up to Councilmember Cheatham's questions about the state licensing. You said there wasn't very much to that process at all. Did they not ask, or do they not ask at all about your record at all, or any convictions,
No, ma'am.
anything?
No one
There's
ever-
no questions about
No
that?
one ever asked anything. We registered our business. We were a transportation company, and the kind of services we would offer in that, and they sent us a business license, and nobody ever questioned anything.
Okay.
Okay, Councilmember Mangum.
Mr. Palmer, so you have 5 months left on probation. Have you had any probation violations?
Yes, I did. There was another incident, and I was charged with aggravated battery. It was the result of, the situation's kind of irrelevant, but the charge was dismissed. So the probation violations were dismissed as well.
Was there any time served?
Yes, when they violated me, they put me on no bond, and I was in jail for 4 months.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Mallory. You can go ahead and sit down, Mallory. We'll explain.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Mallory Bascom, Pocatello Police Licensing. I denied James Palmer's application for taxi license, both business and employee, in accordance with City Code 5.56.050, which states that applicants must possess a criminal record free from conviction for any felony or for any crimes involving moral turpitude or violence or possession or sale of any controlled substance. As Mr. Palmer stated, in September of 2008, he was convicted of felony accessory harboring a wanted felon out of Blaine County. He was given 3 years supervised probation along with a withheld judgment for that. and he successfully completed his probation in November of 2011. In December of 2009, he was convicted of 1 count of felony controlled substance delivery, aiding and abetting, and 1 count felony controlled substance marijuana conspiracy to deliver. And he was sentenced to 1.5 years in prison. Upon his release, he was sentenced to 3.5 years supervised probation that ended in November of 2013. It was unclear in the records I received if he actually served prison time or how long he did. And in May of 2023, he was convicted of aggravated assault. And in April of 2020, he was given 3 years on felony probation, which will be ending in May of 2026. And as he stated, he had a probation violation, which was ultimately not a conviction, and so his probation was just continued at the original term. Should be noted that when asked on his application if he have ever been convicted of, pled guilty to, or admitted to any violation of criminal law or had a withheld judgment for any crime committed or been incarcerated, Mr. Palmer disclosed all of his aforementioned convictions. He also informed me that he currently runs a taxi out of Twin Falls, and it is correct that Twin Falls, although they previously did require licensing for taxi cabs, they stopped doing so 7 years ago. And I think I can probably shed some light on the state licensing requirements. The state actually does not have licensing requirements for taxi drivers themselves. You register with the Secretary of State as you would with any other business, but the state really only regulates transportation network companies, so ride shares, and they're just defined a lot differently than taxis. A lot of times taxis are handled at the city level, if at all. So if a city does not have a taxi license requirement, as long as you are registered with the Secretary of State and take that route, then that's all that would be required of you through them.
Okay, any questions? Councilmember Mangum?
So it looks here, in reading this, it says taxi cab business and employee license. Is it one versus the other or both combined?
So they are looked at separately. We've had instances in the past where the person that holds the business license is no longer able to hold an employee license because maybe their driver's license itself is suspended. So they can still own the business license because they've met all the other requirements, but they're just physically not able to drive. So that's kind of why there's that separation there.
So follow up. So the business license, is that contingent also upon the felony also, or is it just the employee side that's contingent there?
The code does not separate the two, so really the only thing in there, in our current code, the way it's written, that separates them, that makes it specific to the individual being able to drive is that driver's license aspect. So that's kind of what drives them being able to be an employee, get that employee portion of the license.
So if hypothetically, if this employee side was not on here, this wouldn't even be a conversation? Or would it still be?
No, it would still be.
Okay.
Well, and actually that may, I've never had that come up, so that may actually be a question that I would need to defer to Attorney Johnson on, because the code does not necessarily separate them out. And if they're not driving, which is what is mentioned a lot in the code, then it may not be an issue for them to operate the business outside of that.
I can address that if you want to, Mayor. I would agree with Mallory. The code doesn't distinguish between an individual permit and a business permit when it talks about the disqualifying factors. And therefore, I would read that to mean that the disqualifying factors can be applied to both licenses. Yeah.
Any other questions for Mallory? Well, she's... Councilmember Cheatham?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. How many taxi businesses do we have in Pocatello
One,
currently?
yes.
Okay.
All the others that we have operate as ride shares, so there's several other businesses that used to be taxis, but because they don't use a dispatch center or they don't have their own fleet of vehicles or various other state requirements that have been put in place, they are not required to get a taxi license through us, and they're just expected to conduct their own background checks. And so whether or not those are being done is not always clear, but we have only one other licensed taxi company in our city.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, except for there's a couple that are licensed as taxis, but they only provide medical transportation. So through Medicaid and Medicare, but they don't operate like in the bar district or do those types of calls whatsoever. They meet the requirement for a taxi license, but they don't actually provide taxi service in this realm.
Any other questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, council, this is before you. Yes?
Give Mr. Palmer the last word if
Oh,
you'd like to.
Mr. Palmer, would you like to say anything else?
Appreciate your time.
We have any other questions for him? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay,
Mr. Mayor,
yes.
I think it's our responsibility as elected officials to look out for the safety of the citizens of the city of Pocatello, and to uphold whatever statutes we have on our books. But I also think that it's our obligation to judge someone's character and to judge whether or not they're deserving of second chances. This one is kind of difficult, Mr. Palmer, to really firmly say, because I don't know you. But I would move that we overturn the denial of this taxi cab business and employee license as outlined in agenda item 7.
Second.
Who was that?
Me.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Bates. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Mangum,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Cheatham,
No.
Lorick,
No.
Nichols,
No.
Paulson.
Yes.
That falls on me. That's 3, right?
That is 3.
Okay, then, all things considered, I think that I agree, we do have a responsibility to uphold the ordinances and things like that, and I totally understand second chances and things like that, but I've got to put the citizens first, and I feel that we've got too much of I feel like you're doing great things. I want you to keep doing those great things because it helps, but I'm uncomfortable right now giving you a license and stuff to perform these things, and so I'm going to be a no. But I hope that you fulfill these things and responsibilities you have, and then come back. So, thank you. With that, then we will move to agenda item 8, is a public hearing. Public hearing, proposed fiscal year 2026 December budget amendments. This time has been set aside for council to hear comments from the public regarding proposed fiscal year 2026 budget amendments. I declare the public hearing opened. Chantel.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Chantel Macy from Finance. As we discussed in the workshop, I wasn't here, but you guys got the packages. We discussed the proposed December 2026 amendments, the current budget, to reflect grants awarded, projects previously approved by City Council, and timing changes in construction and operations. So the proposed amendments increase the total city budget by 8.1 million, roughly, bringing the FY '26 budget to approximately 169 million, so close to 170 million. Major items including funding for water and sewer infrastructure projects, public transit improvements, trail projects that will be reimbursed by grants, and previously approved parks and golf capital projects. We are bringing these amendments forward at this time to formally complete all projects and funding decisions approved by the current council and mayor before the transition in leadership. Finalizing these items now allows the incoming mayor and council to begin their terms with a clean, accurate budget and focus on future priorities without carrying forward unfinished amendments. So these changes do not add new programs or increase taxes. They ensure the city's budget accurately reflects work already approved. So are there any questions?
Questions, council? Okay, I do have one for you. Have we received any correspondence in your office that the council has not seen?
No.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, have we received any correspondence in your office?
No correspondence.
Okay, thank you. Oh, we do have a question.
I know you just said it, but I just want to make sure I understand. This is not going to raise anybody's taxes, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, we got another one.
Chantel, can you give us a quick overview as to why we have amendments to the budget?
I'm always prepared, I just have to read it, I don't have that great of memory. Okay, so the purpose of budget amendments to authorize the use of newly awarded funds, incorporate adjustments that have risen since adoption of the fiscal year budget of 2026 budget, and ensure that all projects previously approved by the current mayor and council are formally completed in the budget prior to transition of leadership. Well, we already did that. Finalizing, sorry. Give me a second there. So basically I'm just gonna wait. Basically, we're getting, we approved the FY '26 budget and now we are, because we had new awards and new projects awarded, we're getting the approval to expense. So it's not, we have reserves and different grants and funding, so we're getting the authorization to use funding to go ahead and complete these projects.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Then I'd look for any testimony supporting the application. Any testimony uncommitted to the application. Any testimony opposed to the application.
Somebody left a paper up here.
That's okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Taysom, Pocatello, Idaho. I'm opposing because I was not clear on the revenue coming in and then the expenses that were going out and how they differ from the original. I'd like that better explained. And some of the projects involved that I am opposed to. Thank you.
Thank you. Any others opposed to the application? Okay, Chantel, where did you go? It gives you an opportunity to rebut or to answer any questions, and the question was, she's unclear of revenue in and expenses going out.
So Chantal Macy from Finance. So each year become necessary for the city to amend the adopted budget to reflect unanticipated grants that we didn't previously approve in the FY '26 budget, newly identified funding sources, operational changes, or council-approved projects that emerge after the original budget was passed. Even when funding has been awarded or project direction has been provided and approved by City Council, it still must be formally authorized and associated with an expenditure through the budget amendment process. So we have, in our package, we have outlined all the projects that we have, all the expenses, all the council approvals.
Okay.
Stated.
Any other questions?
Any questions that clarify for us? Okay, thank you very much. Then, with that, council, I declare the public hearing closed.
Mr. Mayor?
What? Oh, I'm not looking for
We're not doing
a
it?
motion or anything. We have an ordinance
right.
at the end. So we'll move to agenda item 9, public hearing, exchange of real property, 2.62 acres located west of Pocatello Regional Airport. This time has been set aside for council to hear comments from the public regarding an exchange of real property located west of Pocatello Regional Airport and east of Truckerville Road. The 2.62 acre parcel of city-owned property was declared underutilized and or as surplus at the November 20, 2025 regular city council meeting. Council may wish to approve the real property exchange agreement with T-Ville Ag, represented by Marty Farringer, outlining terms and conditions related to the exchange of approximately 2.62 acres of city-owned property for approximately 51 acres of T-Villa Ag property pursuant to Idaho Code 50-1403 per N2, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah?
I would move
You,
to,
we, before you're, hold on, everybody stop. I didn't do what I'm supposed to do here. I've got to find the right one, there we go.
so my mistake was your fault.
No, it was my mistake as much as anything, but I declare the public hearing open. Council, has there been any ex parte communication or contact in regards to this agenda item? Okay, thank you. Tom?
Tom Kirkman, Public Works. As the agenda item said, this is the public's opportunity to comment on a exchange of real property between the city of Pocatello and T-Ville Ag. This is located west of the airport and east of Truckerville Road. The exchange is for 1.5 acres of industrial acreage with 2.6 acres of ag. It was published on December 3rd. It was declared surplus on November 20th, and I'll stand for any questions. We have not received any correspondence.
Okay, Council, try to get ahead of me. Councilmember Cheatham.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The two pieces of property both lie in Power County. One of them is in the city of Pocatello and the other one isn't. When we make this exchange, will the zoning on those two parcels change?
I believe they will stay the same.
They will stay the same. So the current piece that we have that's industrial will remain industrial?
It's agricultural is the piece we
The
have.
piece we have.
The piece we're getting will be industrial. And it gets another access into the airport on the west side.
Any other questions for Tom? Okay, thank you. Oh, you did say we hadn't any,
Not that we know of.
okay, Council, or Connie, have we received any, Madam Clerk, sorry. It's been a long day.
No correspondence.
No correspondence, thank you very much. Then with that, we'll look for any testimony supporting the application. Any testimony uncommitted to the application? Any testimony opposed to the application?
Nikki Tayson, Pocatello, Idaho, thank you. I'm opposed because that was one of my questions, and when you referred to I'm understanding it, the T-Ville property is outside of city limits, is that correct?
Yes, this is not in the city of Pocatello proper.
Okay, and then, is there something that you could declare the difference in property value that we would be gaining versus them? And also, what is the city's, since it's not within the city limits, what will be done to correct that? Because that's an illegal action. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Okay, any others opposed to the application? Okay. Tom, would you like to?
Yeah, so on the difference in the acreage, we feel that the ability to have industrial access into the west side of the airport is more than adequate to cover the acreage discrepancy there. And then it will be the city of Pocatello's property. As far as going into the city limits, I don't think we have any plans at this time.
Okay, yeah, just to clarify that, the value of getting access on the west side of the airport is more than worth the value of the extra land exchange.
Acreage, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions for Tom? Okay, thank you. Then I declare the public hearing closed. Council, this item is before you. How do you wish to proceed? Councilmember Mangum, you were
Mr.
pretty
Mayor.
excited about this.
I would move to approve the exchange of real property, 2.6, 2 acres located west of the Pocatello Regional Airport as outlined in agenda item 9.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Council President Lurick. Alberta, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Thank you very much. Then we, as a reminder, agenda item 10 was pulled from the agenda, so we'll jump to agenda item 11. Rural Grant 5311 and 5339 Formula Grant Application Public Transit. Council may wish to approve the following grant applications for rural 5311 and 5339 grants, and if awarded, authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents, and authorize the Pocatello Regional Transit Director to execute the grants and any necessary amendments subject to award confirmation, legal department review, and budget amendments. No city funds are used for the rural program. A, 5311, two-year operating funding in the amount of $2,528,798. The federal share is $1,760,000, $60,001.44, with the required local match of $768,796.56. And B, 5339, capital funding in the amount of $802,000 for the purchase of 4 buses. The federal share is $681,700, with the required local match of $120,300.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I move that we approve the rural grant 5311 and 5339 formula grant applications for public transit and authorize the mayor's signature.
No. It's not the mayor.
Says it in here.
Pocatello Regional Transit Director.
Says the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents and authorize the Pocatello Regional Transit Director to execute the grants and any necessary amendments, subject to award confirmation and legal department review and budget amendments, as outlined in A and B of agenda item number 11.
Second.
So who was that? You all three went at the same time.
It was Mangum.
I'm going to give it to Bates then. No, I'm just kidding.
Also,
Just kidding. We have a motion by Council President Lyric and a second by Councilmember Mangum. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Agenda item 12, Idaho State Historic Preservation Office Certified Local Government Grant. Council may wish to authorize submission of the FY 2026 Certified Local Government Grant application to Idaho State Historic Preservation Office. This year's application is in the amount of $20,000 with a cash match of $15,000 and an in-kind match of $5,000 in administrative general support. The proposed project for this year includes a reconnaissance level survey of 330 properties within the historic university neighborhood to determine the area's eligibility of being included on the National Register of Historic Places. The council may wish to authorize submission of the grant, and if awarded, authorize acceptance of the grant and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the submission of the Idaho State Historic Preservation Office Certified Local Government Grant as outlined in agenda item 12, authorizing the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Cheatham. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Mangum,
Yes.
Cheatham,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Lorick,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes?
before we move on, could I ask you a question about this?
Sure.
I'm wondering what advantage this gives the city or those property owners or taxpayers in general in doing this project.
Jim Anglesey, Long Range Planner. The advantage of this is purely honorary, promotes pride in the city and the neighborhood. For residential properties, the state of Idaho doesn't really have any monetary advantage, but instances like Washington Elementary, they could accept grants to rehabilitate the building within that district. So commercial or civic buildings could use grant funds for improvement of their properties.
If I could follow up. Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Without this designation, those grants would not be available?
Historic grants would not be available.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, then we'll move on to agenda item 13.
Mr. Mayor,
What?
I have a follow-up to that.
Okay, Jim, we need you
So
back.
sorry.
He's trying to leave.
Sorry for ruining your exit. Does this put any hindrances or hamper on citizens in that area to be able to do any remodeling or anything on their homes or on the yards or anything like that?
It's purely honorary. If federal funds are used, there may be additional standards, but general improvements, no.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I think you're good now. We'll move on to agenda item 13. Idaho Governor's Office of Energy and Mineral Resource Fixer Program Grant Application. Council may wish to approve the grant application for the Fixer Program for LED lighting upgrades in the amount of $100,000 and the City Hall and Police Department weatherization upgrades in the amount of $99,500. And if awarded, authorize acceptance of the grant and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. The grant is a reimbursement-based grant and there is no required match.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the application for the Idaho Governor's Office of Energy and Mineral Resource Fixer Program Grant Application and authorize the acceptance of the grant, authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents, subject to legal department review.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Cheatham. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Mangum?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Lorick?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 14, Local Highway Technical Assistance Council 2026 TAP Grant Application and Resolution, South Fifth Avenue Pedestrian Improvement Project. Council may wish to adopt a resolution and approve a grant application for the Local Highway Technical Assistance Council 2026 TAP Grant Application for the South Fifth Avenue Pedestrian Improvements Project, and if awarded, authorize acceptance of the grant and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents, subject to legal department review. The total project cost is $538,600 and requires a 7.34% local match.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I move that we approve the Local Highway Technical Assistance Council 2026 TAP grant application and resolution for the South Fifth Avenue Pedestrian Improvements Project and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents, if awarded, subject to legal department review as outlined in agenda item number 14.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Council President Lurick and a second by Councilmember Cheatham.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Question if I could.
Absolutely. Christine? Oh, Mary Ellen, no, not Christine.
My question is whether this project has already been engineered. Are we just ready to, is this just construction funds, or is this engineering and construction?
Good evening, Mayor Glad. Good evening, council members. My name is Mariela Mejia, and I am the project manager with the city of Pocatello. So this grant is going to be for design and construction of sidewalk, curb, and gutter on the southwest side of Fifth Avenue, sorry.
Just the west side?
We have acquired already a grant for the east side, and design and construction is going to take place 27, 28. So the years for this grant is going to be 29 and 30, 2029 and 2030.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have a motion by Council President Lurick and a second by Council Member Cheatham. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Lorick?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 15, bid acceptance and contract for Highline Road Improvement Phase 1 El Rancho intersection and signal improvement project. Council may wish to approve the following request regarding the Highline Road Improvement Phase 1 El Rancho intersection and signal improvement project. A, accept the low responsive bid received on November 5, 2025 from Knife River Corporation in the amount of $1,433,303. And if accepted, B, authorize an agreement between the City of Pocatello and Knife River Corporation in the amount of $1,433,303 for the Highline Road Improvement Phase 1 El Rancho intersection and signal improvement project, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. The project consists of constructing a traffic signal with dedicated turn lanes to replace the existing all-way stop at El Rancho Boulevard intersection. Highline Road will be widened approaching the intersection to accommodate the additional lanes, and storm drainage facilities will be installed. Sidewalk, curb and gutter, and pedestrian ramps will be replaced in the area to improve ADA compliance. The city was awarded and has received $2 million in state funding from the Idaho Transportation Department. This project is ready to proceed with the construction phase and is fully funded by the grant with no matching funds required for this project.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move to approve agenda item number 15 as listed.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Nichols and a second by Council President Lurick. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Nichols?
Yes.
Lorick?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 16, air quality permit evaluation agreement, Trinity Consultants, water pollution control. Council may wish to approve an agreement authorizing the Water Pollution Control Department to engage Trinity Consultants to perform the professional engineering service necessary to determine whether the treatment plant requires an air quality permit as directed by Idaho Department of Environmental Quality, DEQ, Air Quality Division, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve agenda item 16 as outlined.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Cheatham. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Mangum?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Lorick?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 17, memorandum of understanding Pocatello Chubbuck School District Number 25. Council may wish to approve a memorandum of understanding, MOU, between the City of Pocatello and Pocatello Chubbuck School District Number 25, outlining obligations and responsibilities regarding city and school district facilities, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the memorandum of understanding between the Pocatello Chubbuck School District 25 and the City of Pocatello as outlined in agenda item 17, authorizing the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents, subject to legal department review.
Second.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mayor,
Yes.
before we vote on this, can we hear from staff for the people at home what this entails and kind of what it looks like?
Sure. We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Paulson. We have a question for staff regarding what is this?
Good evening, Mayor and Council, Ann Butler, Parks and Rec Director. We spoke about this in October at the work session. This is really a combination of MOUs for the last 25, 30 years between the City of Pocatello and School District 25. It was becoming difficult to manage all the different MOUs that existed, and as staff left, we were losing information. So when we sat down with staff in the school district, we decided one document, master document, was the easiest route, and that's exactly what this is. The back sheet of the agreement is a table that says who owns what and who maintains it and what we use it for.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have a motion by Councilmember Mangum, a second by Councilmember Paulson. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Mangum?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Lorick?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 18, piggyback bid acceptance and purchase of gang mower. Council may wish to approve piggybacking of Toro's Sourcewell contract number 112624-TTC via Turf Equipment and Irrigation Incorporated for the purchase of one new Toro Grandmaster 5900 gang mower in the amount of $135,182.39, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. Funds for the purchase have been allocated in Fund 078 as amended in FY 2026 budget.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the piggyback bid acceptance and purchase of a gang mower as outlined in agenda item 18, authorizing the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents, subject to legal department review.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Mangum and a second by, or a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Bates. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Agenda item 19, Professional Services Agreement Amendment 1, the Land Group. Council may wish to approve amendment number 1 to the agreement between the City of Pocatello and the Land Group for the Pocatello Creek Interchange landscape redesign. The amendment will increase the contract sum from $106,775 to $112,486.25, and account for the changes in scope to complete GIS services and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. Funding for this amendment is available from the FY 23 Western States Fire Manager's Grant.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the professional services agreement, amendment number 1, between the Land Group and the City of Pocatello, as outlined in agenda item 19, authorizing the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Cheatham. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Agenda item 20, additional services request number 5 for Centennial Rainy Levee Setback Project, Harmony Design and Engineering. Council may wish to approve additional services request number 5 for the contract between Harmony Design and Engineering and the City of Pocatello for the Centennial Rainy Levee Setback Project in the amount of $38,343, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. The additional service request is to complete the design of the Centennial Rainy Park project. This work is funded by the Bureau of Reclamation, Water Smart Grant, and ARPA grant match.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve additional service request number 5 for Centennial Rainy Levee setback project Harmony Design and Engineering and the City of Pocatello as outlined in agenda item 20, authorizing the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Paulson. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Agenda item 21, 2026 Water Department materials bid. Council may wish to consider bids received on December 2nd, 2025 for materials used by the Water Department for capital improvement projects, routine maintenance, and to replenish materials inventory. The bid was separated into 12 separate lots in an effort to guarantee the lowest price of the city staff request that council award each lot to the lowest responsive bidder as follows. A, Core and Main LP lots 1, 2, 6, and 8 for $105,270.52. B, Silver Creek Supply lots 3 and 5 for $98,790. And C, Ferguson Waterworks lots 4, 7, 9, 10, and 11 for $135,865.54. And D, Zener USA, lots 12 for $73,825.10. Funds are available in the Water Department fiscal year 2026 budget.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Move to approve agenda item number 21 as listed.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Nichols and a second by Council President Lurick. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Nichols?
Yes.
Lorick?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 22, Williams Godwin Pup Trailer Purchase, Water Department. Council may wish to approve the purchase of one Williams Godwin triaxle dump pup trailer via Rating Truck Equipment LLC in the amount of $70,395.40 and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I move that we approve the Williamson Godwin Pup Trailer purchase, that was hard to say, for the Water Department, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Second.
We have a motion by Council President Lurick and a second by Councilmember Mangum. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Lorick?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 23, Collective Bargaining Agreement Amendment Memorandum of Understanding Fire Union. Council may wish to approve a memorandum of understanding amending the collective bargaining agreement for the International Association of Firefighters, Pocatello Firefighters Local Number 187, entered into on September 19, 2024, amending Article 21, Section B, and authorized the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I move that we approve the collective bargaining agreement amendment memorandum of understanding with the fire union and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review as outlined in agenda item number 23.
Second.
We have a motion by Council President Lurick and a second by Councilmember Mangum. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Lorick?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 24, reallocation of state and local fiscal recovery funds, SLFRF, authorized under the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Council may wish to reallocate $100,090 in state and local fiscal recovery funds, SLFRF, authorized under the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, ARPA, to reimburse Fund 70 for the design cost incurred under the contract with Keller Williams for the Highline and El Rancho Boulevard traffic signalization project. The city will allocate the remaining $117,770 in SLFRF ARPA funds to Keller Engineering, Construction, Engineering, and Inspections, CE&I Services for the Highline project and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
First, I think we should call it SLFRF. But I would make a motion to approve the reallocation of state and local fiscal recovery funds, SLFRF, authorized under the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 as outlined in agenda item number 24, and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Council President Lurick and a second by Councilmember Mangum. Before we vote, I just have to tell you, Christine is famous for her acronyms and things like that. I don't understand it, but when I have to read one of these, it's always like a 15-letter thing that nobody understands. I don't think she does even. She just makes it up sometimes, I think, so.
That's why I'm trying to help you with these
It is what it is.
easier ways to say them, like the up-whoop.
That's right. So we have a motion by Council President Lurick and a second by Councilmember Mangum. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Agenda item 25, financial policy update, investment policy. Council may wish to adopt an updated investment policy as recommended and approved by the Investment and Audit Committee to align with best practices and GFOA standards, and and adopt a resolution and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I have a question on this one.
Okay.
Hello, good evening, Council. Bonnie Schrader, Finance Department.
Hi, Bonnie. We didn't have an opportunity to have this come before us in a work session, so I'm just wondering what spurred this change?
Correct. Why we pulled it from your work session was because it went before the Investment and Audit Committee, and they approved it, and that's why it moved straight to the council vote. Why we're doing this is because our last policy was adopted in 2017, and it no longer fully reflected the current statutory authority or best practices to manage our public funds. And we do have a contract with Clearwater Advisors, and they will not initiate that contract until we had updated our investment policy.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for Bonnie before she leaves? Thank you, Bonnie.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the financial policy updates for the investment policies as outlined in agenda item 25, authorizing the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review as outlined in agenda item 25.
Did that include
And adopt a resolution.
And to adopt a resolution.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Mangum and a second by Councilmember Paulson. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll move to agenda item 26, an ordinance, 26A, an ordinance approving an amendment to the fiscal year 2026 appropriations ordinance, increasing the total fiscal year expenditures by $8,105,358 to account for additional revenues, including grant funds received by the city, and to use previously unappropriated cash balances for unanticipated expenses incurred by the city. Council, how do you wish this ordinance to be read?
Don't we have to read it?
Councilmember Cheatham.
Mr. Mayor, I move the ordinance, agenda item 26A, be read in full and placed on final passage for publication, and only the ordinance, the entire ordinance be submitted for publication.
Second.
The motion was to be read in full. Did you mean
Yeah.
for that?
Do you
Yeah.
mean it to be read in full?
I did, that's what I said. I think.
We've got a lot of reading to do. Do you want just the title read and then the full published?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I move the ordinance, agenda item 26A, be read by title and placed on final passage for publication, and that the entire ordinance be submitted for publication.
That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah.
I doubled down on that second.
Okay, and you're gonna double down on the second. Okay, thank you. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Yes.
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 I just have to tell you, that was the first time I've seen Jared sweat a little bit.
No,
He's like,
I'm gonna read all night long if that's what you want.
okay. Jared, would you please read the ordinance?
The title of the ordinance.
Title of the
Be happy
ordinance.
to. An ordinance of the City of Pocatello, a municipal corporation of Idaho, amending ordinance number 3165, the appropriation ordinance for the fiscal period October 1, 2025 through September 30, 2026, providing for an increase in expenditures in the following funds: General Fund, Street Fund, Transit Urban Fund, Science and Environment Fund, Sanitation Fund, Water Fund, Water Pollution Control, WPC Fund, Ambulance Fund, Public Works Fund, Alternate Transportation Fund, CDBG Grant Fund, and Golf Capital Improvement Fund, which increases the total fiscal year expenditures by $8,105,358, providing that the revenue to pay for said increases shall be derived from grants, unexpected revenues, and previously unappropriated cash balances, providing that all other portions of ordinance number 3165 shall remain in full force and effect, providing that this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage, approval, and publication according to law.
I declare that to be the final reading of the ordinance. Shall the ordinance pass?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Lorick?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 26B, an ordinance amending Pocatello Municipal Code, Chapter 2.04.020, elections to eliminate the majority requirement and runoff process for the office of mayor.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I move the ordinance agenda item 26B be read only by title and placed on final passage for publication, and that only the ordinance summary sheet be submitted for publication.
Second.
I'd like to talk about this before we vote.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilmember Cheatham and a second by Councilmember Mangum. Aubriana, could you should we talk about it now, or do we call the roll first?
Talk about it now.
Okay, we're going to talk about it now. Yes, sir.
Thank you. You know, since this came up, I've had 2 conversations with the Secretary of State, Phil McGrain, about how this has worked across the state. There are currently 9 cities that have this ordinance in place. And Phil and I both have been searching frantically online to find some documentation for the historical context and what this has meant to cities across, and how often the second place candidate in the November elections actually elected in the December election. And I found 6 instances since 1966 that this has happened, but I am not sure that my online search was totally accurate. There is a lot of discussion of what happened a couple of years ago with the, I forgot the name of it now, where you go, you select candidates according to a priority, you vote for them. Ranked choice, yes. That's covered up most of the documentation that I can find. But it's McGrain's opinion, and he said he read a study a couple of years ago, which we could not find, that it remains the first place candidate wins the election about 96% of the time in Idaho. And with the cost of these special elections hovering $60,000 to $70,000 for the city, I think taxpayers' money is far better spent on other projects than trying to second guess the first campaign. You know, the first campaign, we have this many candidates and nobody gets a majority, is usually a lot of candidates, like we had with 7 candidates in the city election. And when you get down to 2, it becomes a very personal, different kind of campaign. Oftentimes, it's not presenting what your expectations are and what you're going to do. It becomes character assassination far too often. And I don't think we need that increased amount of divisiveness in our community for such small potential of reward.
Okay, thank you. Then we have a,
Just a comment.
Councilmember Paulson.
So I found Boise in 90 years has had 4 runoff elections, and only one of those, the second place person won. And then 2 others across the state, it was because the first place candidate wanted to drop out but couldn't in time.
Yep.
So it's an extremely low amount where the second place person wins.
Yep. Okay. All right, thank you. So we have a motion by Councilmember Cheatham, a second by Councilmember Mangum. Aubriana, could you please call the roll?
Cheatham?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Bates?
Yes.
Lorick?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. Jared, could you please read the ordinance?
An ordinance of the City of Pocatello, a municipal corporation of Idaho, revising Title II, Administration and Personnel of the Pocatello Municipal Code, more particularly by revising section 2.04.020 election and providing that all other sections of chapter 2.04 not herein amended shall remain in full force and effect, provided that this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage, approval, and publication according to law.
I declare that to be the final reading of the ordinance. Shall the ordinance pass?
Bates?
Yes.
Cheatham?
Yes.
Warwick?
Yes.
Mangum?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll move to agenda item 27, items from the audience. This time has been set aside to hear items from the audience not listed on the agenda. Items which appear somewhere else on the agenda will not be discussed at this time. The council is not allowed to take any official action at this meeting on matters brought forward under this agenda item. Items will either be referred to the appropriate staff or scheduled on a subsequent agenda. You must sign in at the start of the meeting in order to be recognized. Nikki Taysom.
Thank you, Nikki Taysom, Pocatello, Idaho. In Article 6 of our Constitution of the United States of America, it states in the second paragraph, "This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land. And the judge in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding." In Section 3 of Article 3, it states, "Treason against the United States shall consist only in loving war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same covert act." In Article 1, the very last point, section, no state shall without the consent of Congress lay any duty of tonnage, keep troops or ships of war in time of peace, enter any agreement or compact with another state or with a foreign power, or engage in war unless actually invaded, or in such imminent danger as will not admit of delay. Section 10 of Article 1. No state, therefore no city either. If the federal can't, the state can't, no kind of city. No state shall enter any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque, or reprisal, coin money, met bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, pass any bill of attainder or ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligations of contract, or grant any title of nobility. I bring this up because of concerns of our national security, nationally, but as well as here at the city and county level. I've been attending these meetings in the city since 2011. The influx of foreign nationals here placing and making deals in regard to international entities, whether it's a union or a resettlement or anything else to those effects, having foreign nationals, foreign entities have or own land or their own industries here is a violation of these laws, and especially from European Union countries or Muslim laws and countries. I don't have any racism or anything like that. We just have got to maintain our national security and our Constitution, especially while we have forces deployed and are under threat within our own nation of being literally invaded by
Thank you very much.
entities.
Thank you, Nikki.
It's treason.
Nikki's the only one that signed up for that, so we'll move to agenda item 28. State of the City, this time has been set aside for the annual State of the City report. Hi, I'm Brian Bladd, Mayor of the City of Pocatello. Pocatello is a remarkable place to call home, a city where families grow, businesses thrive, and neighbors come together to build a strong and connected community. As we reflect on the progress made over the past year, we are making it clear that Pocatello is a city on the move. From new investments and infrastructure to community programs and partnerships, every effort is building a stronger, more vibrant future. What makes Pocatello truly stand out, though, is our people. Ours is a community filled with energy and creativity and resilience. From local businesses to volunteers, from schools to service organizations, the people of Pocatello continuously show what it means to invest in the future while caring for one another today. The State of the City highlights just a few of the achievements from fiscal year 2025 and looks ahead to the opportunities before us. Together, we continue to shape a community that is welcoming, vibrant, and full of possibilities. In late July, we celebrated the opening of Optimus Skate Park. The park has been very busy since its opening. The 7,000 to 8,000 square foot skate park features ramps, stairs, ledges, rails, and a 41-foot long bowl, 6 feet deep on one end. It's a space built for skaters of all ages and skill levels. We enjoy seeing the talented skateboarders in Pocatello. When you arrive at the skate park, you can't miss the incredible artwork around the park. From the Skate Idaho drop-in ramp to the large City of Pocatello emblem, the new skate park project, valued at nearly $500,000, was built without any direct cost to local taxpayers. The majority of the funding came through the American Rescue Plan Act, along with a generous $25,000 contribution from Skate Idaho. There is also a memorial in the place at the skate park for a local skater, Chevy Nichols. The City of Pocatello launched a major citywide rebranding effort, the first comprehensive update in decades. The goal? To create a unified, modern, visual identity that reflects the spirit, history, and momentum of Pocatello while improving clarity, consistency, and community pride across all departments. This includes a new city logo, design standards, facility updates, and more. By modernizing the city's look, it enhances how the city engages with residents and visitors, while instilling a stronger sense of unity and professionalism within the city operations.
All right.
The Pocatello Fire Department was proud to take delivery of a new aerial apparatus this year, a tractor-drawn aerial with a 107-foot aerial ladder. This specialized truck improves both maneuverability and operational capability, representing a significant enhancement to the department's fleet. This year also included a large-scale training collaboration with the Pocatello Regional Airport to prepare for airline-related emergencies. In accordance with the Federal Aviation Administration requirements, the department coordinated with multiple agencies to conduct a full-scale emergency response exercise. Our staff consistently trains and prepares to meet the needs of our community. The city implemented flock safety license plate recognition cameras, and the results have been remarkable. Flock Safety is a public safety technology company that partners with law enforcement to provide real-time vehicle intelligence through secured and ethical use of automated cameras. Their mission is to help communities reduce crime by giving officers the tools they need to solve cases more efficiently while protecting the privacy of our citizens. The implementation of flock cameras has already proven to be an invaluable tool in solving crimes. This technology is making a real difference in the safety and security of our community. Another big project was the Mountain View Cemetery. The Water Department replaced approximately 3,750 feet of old water main. The department partnered with the Parks and Recreation Department to reconnect 116 irrigation zones. This project was a huge undertaking as the pipes being replaced were decades old. In September, Pocatello Regional Transit was honored with the Idaho Transportation Department's Outstanding Public Transportation System of the Year Award. The recognition highlights PRT's ongoing commitment to service excellence, innovation, and providing vital mobility options for communities across Southeast Idaho.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. As we push ahead on so many exciting projects across the city, I could not be more proud of our employees. Every day they come to work with a vision of a brighter tomorrow, bringing their skills, dedication, and heart to each project.
2, 1, yeah!
From the construction of the Monte Vista Pocatello Creek Pathway Project to the Child Pedestrian Safety Project and many others, including a new dewatering facility of water pollution control. Together, we will continue to shape a city we're proud of today and excited for tomorrow. From building critical infrastructure and updating roads to improving community playgrounds, expanding trail systems, and launching a composting program for our residents, progress is happening across Pocatello. We're also excited to welcome the new Connections Credit Union Clubhouse at Riverside Golf Course, a great addition to one of our city's most treasured public spaces. Pocatello is growing, and with every project, we're investing in a brighter, more connected future for everyone who calls this community home. Well, I have to just say a few things just to wrap this up. I've got to personally thank, I need to thank Marlies for all the work that she did on that, putting that video together. But it's amazing how much we do and how much we've done through this last year. Typically, this State of the City address lasts for, a half hour? 32 minutes was the last one. This could have gone on and on and on, and the City of Pocatello has been extremely busy. Our employees are absolutely incredible. I can't tell you thank you enough for what you've done as employees. It's absolutely amazing what happens because we have employees that love this community. We have people that care about this community, and every day they do come to work to make life better for every citizen that comes to Pocatello. It's amazing to be able to work with people like you guys. So thank you very much, and please let everybody in your departments know how much we appreciate them. It's amazing to see that work done. I can say Pocatello is in a better shape today than it was years ago. Financially, we're the strongest that we've ever been. I'm excited about the future for the City of Pocatello. We are set up to be extremely successful, and I'm confident that the future mayor and council will continue to move our community forward in making it successful and making it the things happen that the community's been looking forward to. So thank you again. Thank you, council, for being here. This was a long meeting. I appreciate all of your work, and our employees. I honestly cannot thank you enough for what you do for our community. So thank you very much. With that, we are adjourned.